If you've been keeping an eye on Elementor hosting, wondering what it's like, but haven't really wanted to take the plunge to actually find out, then this video is for you. I moved a couple sites onto this service after I noted that it seemed to be getting better over time with pretty good price points for what's called managed hosting. So if you look here, we're starting to get things that were not there initially, like the ability to have a staging environment, so like a second environment where you can test things out before doing them on your live site, the ability to get SFTP access. Some of these things just weren't there at the beginning. And then if we start to look at some of the specs of what's coming on, like auto scaling, botnet protection, denial of service protection, web application firewall. These are all managed services similar to like Kinsta, WP Engine. It's more than your bargain hosting oftentimes. And then they're claiming that their performance is actually equal to or above a lot of these competitors here. So that, it's getting interesting. So I had a couple sites, just personal sites, on a different host that's actually closing down called Stratic. So I went ahead and migrated them. So now I'm going to show you what the back end of Elementor hosting looks like. So when we log in, what we see are the two sites that I moved in. These are kind of personal experiments. But so the first thing you see is sort of zoomed out view. So we're not seeing the controls for each of these sites, which I'll get into here shortly. So just so you know, you can see the website you have, you can add another website. There's obviously some billing stuff. They have this thing called brand and business tools. So if we click on that, you can get custom domains. You can even get an email. They have some kind of AI logo maker. I don't necessarily need these, but they could be helpful options if you wanted to just get your domain and email taken care of here. And then they have add-on services, which, depending on what your use case is, it could be helpful. They offer migration services. They have a initial site setup offerings. So it looks like they're doing like add-on services, upsells where Elementor can make more money by helping you. But hey, if they do a good job, might be worth it. And then we've got a support tab here. So they've got their chatbot tickets. I did not sign up for this for their support. I have not had a good experience with Elementor support. It's just been okay and pretty slow. I tend to have very technical needs. A couple other tabs here. These are going to link out to a third party. So if I click on them, this add-ons goes over here. These are plugins here. So Elementor has this site mailer plugin. Then there's some third-party plugins. And finally, a link out to the community. So this just links to their Facebook community. But what I wanted to show you is if you actually click on a website, so I'll click on one. Number one, I can go straight into editing with Elementor, or I can open the WordPress dashboard. I'm going to click manage this website. These are the website controls, which frankly, I've actually been kind of impressed with. So check it out. I can create a staging environment. I can actually get into the PHP My Admin database, and I can connect via SFTP. These are actually really important to me because I'm often using those. There's a privacy mode if you want to tab that on. It won't let anyone see it, block your site from the search engines, and only allow visitors with a code. That's handy. You can trigger a manual backup, but they're also running daily backups. You can switch which PHP version you're on. It'll tell you what your memory limit is. Data center, mine's in Belgium, but I'm in the US, so I don't know if I can click on that. It doesn't look like it. I'm not sure you can control your data center. That would be interesting to know. But then if we look here at these tabs down the left, domain name controls, you can see this is my development URL initially, and then here's my branded one. Emails, if I choose to use an email auth service, I can do that here. It helps ensure deliverability. We've got backups here. So you can actually export or restore. Then it also will show me what plugins the site is running, which is pretty cool. So I can see, oh, there's an update available for this. That's very handy to be able to see that from this level. You can even add a plugin here. If we go to the advanced tab, you can see again the staging, the SFTP database stuff. We can look into performance, clear our page caching. We can choose if we want to block things from the search engines. You can clear revision history. There's some image optimization settings that are available here. We've got some basic security controls. You can actually block countries. Like if there's some countries that tend to send malicious traffic that you don't need, you can just block them from a drop-down list. PHP configuration here. Site management, I can delete the website or I can delete all the content and just start fresh. And then the option to have team members, so I can actually add team members to this. So I wished I could have seen this initially. This is actually more fully featured than I was expecting, and thus far the sites have been working fine. I haven't looked closely at their performance, but I have to say that I'm more impressed than I thought I would be initially. So the prices for at least what I'm seeing here in this tab here, what I signed up for was this 3-site option because I have 2 sites. So you can see that, excuse me, the normal price here for a business is $25.99 a month, but there's a discount on offer. I was paying about $30 a month per site on another host. That's what I'm seeing on like Kinsta and WP Engine approximately too for their entry level stuff. You can get them much cheaper here with less storage, less visitors allowed. But for me, it made sense to actually go with this package because I could get for $30 a month essentially 3 sites instead of just 1. So that is more expensive than some types of hosting, but you do get all these features here. So I have to say on the whole, I've been impressed so far. I'm still not putting clients on here yet, but down the road I might consider it. Still, for me, a site or a host like WP Engine or Kinsta, their support is so good that I just find it. It's just not a. There's an element of risk with the slowness of the Elementor support at this junction, where I find these other services tend to be more on the ball with that, and their offerings are maybe more mature and maybe more customizable and configurable. But if you have a relatively simple site like the couple I have, this could be a good option. So it's worth considering and checking out. So for what it's worth, hopefully that's useful to somebody. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing.